Good morning, students. Students, this lesson is of class 9 for the subject of mathematics, topic rational and irrational numbers, and is being submitted to you on 19th April 2021. Students, let us start today's lesson by the decimals. Now, children, let us take two numbers and let's divide 15 by 4. Now, let's have a look. When we divide 15 by 4, you will get your quotient as 3.75. Children, can you tell me what is your remainder here? Your remainder is 0 and your quotient is 3.75. Okay, so now children, when you have divided your number 15 and 4, you get quotient as 3.75 and remainder as 0. Okay, there is no remainder in this case. So now children, whenever you don't have any remainder at the end, that decimal is called terminating decimal. I repeat, when you have no remainder while dividing two numbers, that decimal or that number is called as terminating decimal. So now children, you can say that 15 upon 4 is equal to 3.75 and it is expressed as terminating decimal because there is no remainder. Okay. Now let's look at the other example of terminating decimal. Now children, if you divide 265 by 50, your answer is 5.30. Okay. And in the second one, you have 9 upon 16. When you divide it, you will get 0.5625. And third one, 892 upon 25, and your answer is 35.68. Now, children, in all the cases, your remainder is 0. What is your remainder? That is 0. So now, children, whenever your remainder is 0, then that fraction is called as terminating decimal. Or you can say that it can be expressed as a terminating decimal. Is it clear? I guess everyone is clear with the word terminating decimal. It directly means that it has no remainder. Is it clear? Now, children, let's read this note. This is very important. In terminating decimal, the factors of denominator is always out of 2 and 5 only. Now, children, without actual division, you can tell directly whether the given fraction is a terminating or not. Then what you have to see? You just have to see its denominator. Okay. If its denominator has a factor of only 2 and 5, only 2 or 5, then that rational number or that fraction is called terminating decimal. Now, children, to understand this topic, let's take an example. Your first one is without actual division, find out the given that 16 upon 25 and 248 upon 24 are terminating or not. Now, children, let's have a look. Your denominator, can you tell me what is your denominator here? Yes, denominator is 25. Now, can you make the factors of 25? What will it come? It is prime factors. 5 into 5. Okay, so 5 into 5. You have only two factors. That is prime factor, that is 5. So it means the first fraction is your terminating decimal. Why? Because denominator is having only factor as 5. Okay, children. So now let's have a look on the other one. It is 248 upon 24. Now, children, can you tell me which one is the denominator here? Your denominator is 24. Now let's convert this in a factors, prime factors. So can you tell me how can you write this? 2 multiply. Now tell me what are the factors? 2 into 2 multiply 2 multiply by 3. Okay, so what are the prime factors? 2 and 3. So now children, can you tell me whether this will be a terminating or non-terminating? Yes, you are right. This is a non-terminating decimal. Why? Because 24 is having an extra factor that is 3. So now when you have a denominator except 2 or 5, then that fraction is called non-terminating and repeating decimal. I guess children you are clear with this. Let me repeat one more time. Like in the first one, your denominator was 25, so your factor was 5. So whenever the factor is 2 or 5, that fraction is called terminating decimal. Now let's have a look on the other one. It's 248 upon 24. You can cancel in its lowest form. It's 124 upon 12. Now just have a look on the factors of 12. So the factors of prime factors of 12 are 2 into 2 into 3. So the prime factors are 2 and 3. But I told you it will be terminating only if the factors are 2 and 5. But here it is 3. You can see that it is 3. So it is non-terminating and repeating decimal. Is it clear? It will repeat. Now let's have a look on the other one. Here I have used the word repeating. Let's see what is the meaning of repeating decimal. Now children, a decimal in which the set of digit repeats continuously is called a repeating decimal. Repeating means it is repeating continuously. Okay. Now to understand this repeating decimal, let's have an example. Your first example is 1 upon 3. Now let's convert this into decimal. So now children, to convert this into decimal, you have to divide. Let's divide 1 by 3. So now children, when you divide this, after division, you will get remainder as 1 and you keep on dividing. It's 0.333 and so on. If you just keep on dividing, you will never end up. Your remainder will always come. So your quotient is 0.333. Now children, can you tell me here in quotient which digit is repeating? Can you tell me? Yes, 3 is repeating continuously. Okay. So now it means your fraction 1 upon 3 can be written as 0.333 and so on. Okay. So now this in this decimal 3 is repeating continuously. So it means instead of writing 333 so on, you can just put a dot on the repeating digit. So here 3 is repeating, so you can put a dot over 3, or instead of dot you can put a bar also, your line. So all the three representation of repeating decimal is fine. Okay, so just have a look. 1 upon 3, you can write it 0.333 so on, or you can use it 0.3 dot. Okay, you will put a dot over the digit, or you can write 0.3 bar. Okay, so dot or bar means that digit is repeating continuously. Okay, I hope you are clear with repeating decimal. Now let's have a look on the another topic, that is decimal fraction. Now children, let's see what is a decimal fraction. Now children, you know fraction means we have a numerator and we have a denominator. Now children, can you figure it out in this question that your denominator in all these examples are 10 or a power of 10? You can see that here the denominator is 10, Here again 10. In the third one it's 100, and in the fourth one it is 1000. So it means decimal fractions are those fractions in which the denominator is 10 or power of 10. Okay, no other denominator is acceptable, only the power of 10 or 10. Okay, so it means 6 upon 10, 9 upon 10, 19 upon 10, 126 upon 100, 675 upon 1000. These all are the examples of decimal fraction. Now children, can you recall why this is a decimal fraction? Yes, you are right. Because here all the denominators are 10 or the power of 10. Now let's see another topic, that is vulgar fraction. Okay, or you can call it as a common fraction. Now it's again very easy. Now if the denominator is not power of 10, then that fraction is called vulgar fraction. Okay, so what are vulgar fractions? Fractions in which the denominator is not 10 or power of 10. Okay, so all these are the examples of vulgar fraction. So let me repeat: 8 upon 5, 27 upon 126, 826 upon 40. All these are the examples of vulgar fractions. I hope children you are clear with all these three topics. Now children, let us take up few questions from your book exercise 1A. Now children, in the first question, without actual division, you have to show whether the given fraction is it terminating decimal or non-terminating? So let us try all the questions one by one. Now children, in the first one, it is 7 upon 12. So now can you tell me which one is the denominator here? We just have to look at the denominator. Your denominator is 12. Now make the prime factors of 12. It is 2 into 2 into 3. Okay, so what are the prime factors of this denominator? That is 2 and 3. So can you tell me that whether it is a terminating or non-terminating? Yes, you are right that this is non-terminating decimal. Okay, why non-terminating? Because the factor is not equal to 2 and 5. It should only be 2 or 5. But here you are having 3 also. Okay, so it means this is your non-terminating decimal. Okay, children, I hope you are clear with this question. Let's move on to our second part, that is 9 upon 50. Okay, now children, can you tell me which is your denominator here? Your denominator is equal to 50. Okay, your denominator is 50. Now what you have to do, you have to make this as a prime factors. So what are the prime factors of this? It is 2 multiply 5 multiply 5. Okay, so this is your prime factors. So the prime factors of denominator 50 are 2 and 5. Okay, children. So now if the prime factors are 2 or 5 and both, then that denominator is called terminating decimal. Okay, so you can say that 9 upon 50 is terminating decimal. So children, here we have just have a look on the denominator, and we have told that whether it is terminating or non-terminating. Okay, so now let's move on to the second question. Now, children, here the decimal is given to you, and you have to convert this into vulgar fraction. Okay, so now let's have a look. What is that? Your first one is 2.016. So now, children, you have to remove the decimal, and it will become 200, 2016 divided by 1000. Okay, now you got 216 upon 1000. Now children, you have to cancel them and you have to make them in a lowest form. So now children, I have cancelled it with 2, then with 2. So my final answer of this is 252 upon 125. So I guess you know what are vulgar fraction. Vulgar fraction, they are common fraction in which the denominator is not a power of 10. Okay, so now 2.016 is equal to 252 upon 125. Now children, let's have a look on the another one. Now it is answer number 5, 13 upon 34. Now children, the question says that you have to convert this fraction into decimal up to 3 decimal places. Okay, you have to make this into 3 decimal places. So children, let us divide. We have to divide. Just have a look on the right hand side. You have to divide 13 by 34. So you have to divide and your answer is 0.3823. Now children, here we need the decimal up to 3 decimal places, but we will divide and we will get the 4 decimal place. Okay, and now we will round off. Just remember, whenever you have to find up to 3 decimal places, first you have to make it till 4. Now just have a look. We need only up to 3 decimal places. So have a look. The last digit is 3 and it is less than 5. So your decimal place up to 3 places will be 0.382 because the number 2 will remain 2 only. Okay. So your final answer is 0.382 up to 3 decimal places. Okay, children. Now let's have a look on the answer number 6. Your answer number 6 is you have to convert into repeating decimal by actual division. Okay, you have to divide this and then you have to convert this into repeating. So you have a question 43 upon 11. Now let's divide it on the right side of your register and it will get, when you divide 43 by 11, you will get 3.909090 and so on. Now children, can you tell me that which digit is repeating here? Yes, here 90 is repeating continuously. Okay, so now children, instead of writing 3.9090 so on, you can just put the bar on the digit which are repeating. So you can put a bar on 90. So your answer is 3.90 bar. Bar means that your 90 is repeating continuously. Okay, children, I hope you are clear with answer number 6. Now let's move on to answer number 7. Now, children, this question is really very important. Now, you are given with a repeating decimal and you have to convert this into vulgar fraction. Okay, so from a decimal, you need a fraction. Now, children, have a look. It's a very important one. You are given with a repeating decimal that is 0.43 bar and now you have to convert this into vulgar fraction, means you need a fraction, numerator upon denominator. So let's see how will you solve this question. Now it's very important, please listen this question very carefully. Now first what we will do, we will take our repeating decimal as x. Let x is equal to 0.43 bar. And I think everyone knows that what is the meaning of bar? Bar means that 43 is repeating continuously. So x means 0.434343 and so on. Okay. Now multiply both the sides by 100 because children, just be careful here, the digit, we have two repeating digits, so it means you have to multiply both the sides with 100. Suppose if you have only one repeating digit, then you will multiply with 10. Okay, but right now as we are having bar on 43, two digits, so it means you will multiply by 100. Is it clear, students? So now it is 100x is equal to 43.43 and 43. Now how? Now children, when you multiply 100 with x, it will become 100x. When you multiply 100 on the right hand side, your decimal will shift on the, let me show you, your decimal will shift on the two places on the right side. So it means your decimal will come after two places. So it means it becomes 43.43, 43, 43 and so on. Is it clear, students? What we have done, we have multiplied both the things by 100. So my next step will be 100x is equal to 43.43, and so on. Now you can number these two equations, number 1 and number 2. Now children, you can subtract these two equations. This is the way to solve the repeating decimal into vulgar fraction. Now subtract the first from second. So now 100x is equal to 43.43, so on. Now you will subtract the first equation. So x is equal to 0.4343. Now children, when you subtract, 100x minus x will remain 99x, and from here your decimal part will go. So 43, 43, so on will cancel with 43, 43, so on. Okay, I hope you are clear with this, because when we multiply by 100, we will get same decimal on the right side. So it will cancel out each other, and 43 minus 0 is equal to 43. So now your final answer is x is equal to 43 upon 99. So now children, it means your repeating decimal, that is 0.43 bar, can be written as 43 upon 99. I hope you are clear with this thing. It's very easy. You just have to let that thing, and then you have to multiply by 10, 100 or 1000. Okay, children. Now let's understand another question. You will be more clear with this. Now, children, in this you have a repeating decimal as 0.136 bar. So now here let x is equal to 0.136 bar. Now, children, can you tell me that which digit is repeating here? Because your bar is at 3 and 6, not at 1. So it means 36 is repeating continuously. So it means you can write that x is equal to 0.1363636 and so on. Now children, in this question, first let's get rid of this 1. Okay, so now let's multiply both the sides by 10. Okay, when you multiply both sides by 10, your left hand side will become 10x, while when you multiply on the right hand side, your decimal will shift to the 1 place. So your answer is 1.3636 and so on. Okay, because you have multiplied, so it will shift to 1 place. Okay, now then, because still you can see that here the decimal place is 1363636, and here decimal places are 363636. They are not same. So now again you have to multiply by 1000. Now just multiply your x with 1000. So it will become 1000x, and your decimal will shift to the 3 place. So it will be 136.363636. Now children, can you tell me two equations in which the decimal places are same? Can you tell me? Yes, it is right that the second one, that is 10x and 1000x, both are having same decimal places, that is 3636 and so on. So now you can subtract second from third. So now subtract second and third. You will get 1000x is equal to 136.3636 and so on. And down it will become 10x is equal to 1.3636. Now just subtract them. 1000 minus 10, 990x. And here you will get just subtract it and you will get 135. So the main logic is that your decimal points should be same. So digits are same, you can cancel them out. So your final answer is x is equal to 135 upon 990. Now just cancel them out and convert it into lowest form. So it is 3 upon 22. So your repeating decimal is converted into vulgar fraction, that is 3 upon 22. Now children, if you have any confusion, please look at the video one more time because this is very important. And after that, please try these questions as your homework. So your homework is exercise 1A. Do all these questions, only the selected parts in your register. Thank you, students.